Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day. We are going to make one of my favorite doctored cake mixes, coconut cake. We have our friend Dolly on the front. This is a seasonal flavor, and it is one of the best cake mixes you will ever buy. My doctored version is absolutely addictive, and today I'm going to make it with a few healthier upgrades. Do not sleep on this. It will go away and it won't come back until probably spring. You might possibly be able to get this on Amazon or some random seller an odd part of the year, but this is seasonal, and I'll link to anything that I share that is available online. Typically, you can find these seasonal mixes at Walmart. Very rarely do I find them at Target, and I guess that depends upon what Target. I grab at least 3 to 5 because I make and freeze these all throughout spring until the end of summer, and I really like to have one going into fall because these flavors, they're so unique. So this is coconut, and what I do is put a fresh lime glaze on top. Coconut and lime, just the bright, the fresh, and I will tell you all something as I'm putting all this together. We had all of our small group out to the lake recently. People were milling around. It was after dinner and people had started eating dessert, so some had taken their cake outside, and I cannot even remember who it was, but one of the guests said, I don't even like coconut. I don't really like anything coconut. This cake is sick, and they meant crazy good. You may not be like a huge coconut person. Trust me, this is sick. It's so good. This is one of those cakes you can dump it all in. You don't have to do wet and then dry and combine them. You can dump it all in. It's idiot proof. We've put in the cake mix, and now I'm putting in 1 packet of vanilla sugar-free pudding. Sugar-free is going to give it just as much flavor as the regular, but just less sugar. You can also use cheesecake, so vanilla, cheesecake, or white chocolate. Any of those will work well with this, and basically the pudding is just adding moisture, and you do not have to do the unflavored. The sugar-free, you can do the sugar. When you're eating cake, in my opinion, just eat it. I'm trying to make this a healthier version because why not? But I don't fret over a lot of that when we're talking about cake. So there you go. We have those 2 mixes. The original calls for a 1/2 cup of sugar. Instead of a 1/2 cup of sugar, I'm going to use this whole Earth Stevia Monk Fruit. I love this stuff. You use it equal parts. So we're putting that in just like that. Water, and our oil is avocado oil. Very healthy replacement for anything inflammatory. So guys, it couldn't be easier. I get so many messages from people. I'm fighting here with my mixer. I get so many messages, friends from Instagram or occasionally the blog, and this is what I love to hear. They say, I hate baking and I've never really made cakes. Now that I've discovered your bundt cakes, your doctored cake mixes, I make cakes all the time. Friends, nothing is easier. It's literally dump, mix, bake, and glaze. And you don't even have to glaze. These cakes are so moist and delicious. You really could serve them unglazed. I just love a glaze because I like to gild the lily. And I believe on this one, friends, you're going to want to glaze this one, or else it's just gonna have the coconut flavor. Pairing the lime with the coconut makes it explode. So I say you wanna glaze this one. So now we're just gonna mix. And I mix it about 1 minute, maybe 90 seconds, just to get every egg broken up and everything blended. So, okay, this is so easy. Here is a swap that is going to add protein. This is typically in all of my recipes, I have to add a cup of sour cream. This is a cup of plain Greek yogurt. You could use vanilla Greek yogurt, but I just had plain. So this will give you that moisture and that bakery crumb, but it's also giving you protein. Now, if you do not have Greek yogurt, sour cream is the OG. It's what I've used forever. It always works, and you can never go wrong. If you want to add a little protein and feel a little bit better about this cake, this is what you do. Who doesn't love a cake that comes together so quickly? So now, all we're going to do is, friends, I'm losing my mind. We ain't done yet. Family Savvy's crazy. She forgot the eggs, but just in the nick of time. I thought it looked a little thick. Let's just count ourselves as friends. 4 eggs. You can't hurt this. It's gonna be just fine. I was doing physical therapy last week and I had these little leg lifts and then I had 2 other little exercises and the therapist said do them 3 times and then come back and we'll do more. So there were 3 different exercises 3 times and then I went back and I was halfway through and I said, Chris, I don't really remember where I am. And he's younger and I mean, he's just precious, but he sort of was writing something and then he looked and he was real serious and he said, are you experiencing brain fog? And I laughed inside my head. I probably laughed outside. I said, you must not have enough midlife women as clients. We live with brain fog. At least I do. Counting from 3 to 3 to 3 and this and that and changing. Midlife woman, there's some brain fog. So with the eggs, there was a little brain fog, but look, all you do is you add them. I'm just so glad I hadn't put it in the bundt pan. This is easy. I love when my mistakes are before the batter is out of the pan. When you're as old as I am, when you're 60, you've made every mistake possible. I have actually made my bundt cakes. They're all made basically the same way. And I've gotten all the batter into the sprayed pan and then realized I left something out, whether it's the sour cream or maybe chocolate chips for the chocolate. And I've had to decide, am I going to take it out of the pan, put it back in, mix it, wash the pan? This was an easy mistake to fix. So we have it all. And then look at this beautiful batter. Beautiful. Oh, the smell of coconut. If you were to go get a cake from any store or bakery, you're gonna spend at least $20, $25. This probably cost $8 to $10, maybe. You can get the cake mixes, a lot of times BOGO at Publix. I always stock up. So bundt pan, this is one of my favorites. I'll link to it as well as some of my other bundt pans. The beauty of a bundt cake is it always looks beautiful, and because you're glazing, not frosting, you don't have layers, you don't have to get anything even. It's just gonna be beautiful like that. Always have on hand, always, a flour spray, because you have to use it when you make a bundt cake. You cannot just spray Pam or, olive oil spray or avocado. You have to have a flour and oil combo or it will stick. So here we go. And you want to spray every square inch. There we go. I'm actually making this cake for one of my little grand girls' birthday parties, which is in 2 or 3 weeks, based on when this is posted. I'm not sure, this may be after the party is already over. I always make and freeze a cake for any gathering we're going to have. And there's never any left over. No matter how large or small the gathering, and no matter how many desserts, I don't know that I've ever had any leftover bundt cake of any of my flavors. It's just a magnet for people. It's so delicious. There you go. She's going in the oven, and I'm starting my dishwasher, and when she's done, I will be back. Look at this cake, my friends, and the smell is intoxicating. I want to tell you just a few quick things and then I'll leave it with you. When you determine doneness for this bundt and any of my bundts, what you want to first do is look at how the dome or the very top, the part you can see, look at it. You need to see cracks. So you see that crack, that means it's either done or almost done because it's baked on the inside and it's starting to pull on the top. Another way to test is just leave it in the oven, quickly open the door, jiggle like this, or you can get the oven rack and jiggle it. If this jiggles at all, it needs probably 5 more minutes, maybe 10. If it's jiggling a lot, it needs at least 10. It should be like this, where it's firm when you jiggle it. You want it to be able to spring back, and it will continue cooking just a little bit as it cools. One reason you will always be better off making these ahead, you want to allow ample time for cooling this cake before you turn it out of this pan. I will probably not turn this out until this afternoon. I'm just going to sit it over here out of the way. I'm actually probably not going to cover it. When I get back in a few hours, then I'll know that I know that I know that it's cool and it's going to easily turn out of this pan without breaking. Then I'm going to take the cake that I turn out and I'm going to stick it in the freezer. I'm going to stick it in the freezer in here. Tomorrow, after 24 hours, it'll be a good firm freeze. Then I'm gonna stick it in a 2-gallon freezer Ziploc bag, get all the air out, label it Coconut Bundt Cake, freeze it, and then the cake is done. And then when we have my little granddaughter Moe's party a day or two before, I'm gonna take it out, probably the day before, take it out, or the morning of. Take it out, put it on parchment, and I'll put the glaze while it's still cold, and make sure the glaze is thick but pourable. And the glaze will sit right on top. You want it to be cold. If the cake is already thawed, sometimes the glaze will seep in and it doesn't look pretty. So you want it to sit on the top like a everything but bundt. And then you've got a beautiful cake. And once that, you can put it back in the freezer or back in the fridge. And then before you serve it, put it on a beautiful cake platter. Guys, I hope you'll make my cake. It's so good. I appreciate all of you who are following along and watching. If you enjoy my content, subscribe to my channel. And as always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.